So the NIST safety policy actually has two major components. One of them is a series of responsibilities that belong to the organization. NIST owes you something. And what NIST owes you is a safe workplace, the commitment to make your workplace safer every day, a responsibility to make sure you have what you need to do your job safely, whether that's specialized training, knowledge, tools, equipment, or facilities. It's our job to make sure that you have that before you work in your workplace. It's our job to make sure that we comply with our own rules and regulations. They're there for a purpose. And it's our responsibility to make sure that we comply with the law, that regulations and laws that apply to NIST are carried out. And those are all critical functions, but I will tell you it won't work if you also don't live up to your personal responsibilities. And they really fall into three areas. For this to work, you have to have a commitment to yourself. That's really where it starts. And that commitment and that responsibility means that you have to make sure that you don't work under unsafe circumstances, that you never take on a job unless you feel that you can do so safely. It means that you make sure that you have the specialized knowledge, the skills, the tools, or the equipment that you need to perform that task safely. And it means that you take responsibility for being vigilant about your workplace, that you understand what's happening around you and you take responsibility for your own actions. The responsibilities we have as individuals, though, also go to our coworkers. It doesn't matter how safe you are as an individual. If the person next to you is not behaving that way, they can compromise your safety and health as well. And so we have a mutual responsibility, and that includes lending our expertise to others. NIST is a wonderful place because we all have so much to contribute. There's so much knowledge and specialized skill in this agency, but if we don't share it with each other, we can't harness it to the benefit of our safety and well-being. It also means that, and this is very important, we are free to challenge each other. That has to be done respectfully and it has to be done carefully, but if somebody's doing something unsafe and you don't say something, you actually have taken on a bit of the responsibility for what happens. And the flip side of that's just as important, that you accept challenges from your coworkers. If they're challenging you on what you're doing, it's because they care about your well-being and safety, and that's the spirit in which you should accept that type of criticism. And finally, there's a set of responsibilities that go back to the organization. In safety, the most precious thing is knowledge. And if we're striving for an organization that has no accidents, which is really what this is all about, one of the dangers that we can have is that there's no information, no opportunity to learn. Well, that will happen if we're only waiting for accidents as the way of learning what weaknesses we have. The key in safety is taking advantage of every single opportunity we have to learn about areas where we can make improvements. And that means that you have a responsibility, in fact I've called it a duty, that if you see something that's a safety concern, a near miss, that you share that with the organization, that you report it, you let us know what that is, because in doing that we're able to learn from what's out there and make changes before an accident occurs. It also means when there has been an incident that we take responsibility for analyzing it and making sure that we take lessons from it so that whatever happened never happens again. If we do that, if you do live up to your responsibilities and I ensure that NIST lives up to its organizational responsibilities, then this can be a work experience for you that will be rewarding and productive and enjoyable and safe.